Thanks for staying with us. Yesterday, there was a viral video of Governor of Lagos State, Babajide, Sanwo Olu, who ordered the arrest of a man riding motorbikes against traffic. There are several, about 3 or 4 of them. The governor was on his way to the Ojo campus of Lagos State University for the inauguration of the Femi Gbajabiamila Conference Centre when the incident occurred. While plying the Lagos-Badagry Expressway in convoy, he encountered the motorcyclists and immediately ordered their arrest. The video showed many of the riders and passengers abandoning their motorcycles and fleeing as the governor's security operatives gave a chase. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Because I'd like to probably just show the clip so that we can discuss it. Because it's not just in this incident. This has happened so many times, not just even motorbikes, even government officials, politicians, police officers, some of them always taking one way for one reason. And even regular Nigerian citizens, once they see that there's no last mile, they take one way. What are your thoughts, especially in this situation? Call us on the numbers on your screen, 081 076 1679 090 241 440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Entertainment using the hashtag #YourViewOnTVC. We'd like to hear your tweets. So, a lot of people said, this reminded me of Asha last time. I said,
let me just apologize that I was not around the neighborhood to receive the governor. I visited our neighborhood yesterday, but thank you. This is too much. This is a menace on that road. Just this morning, because I leave the house when it's still dark, and we're on a traffic. I didn't know there was a one-way traffic facing my car. Yes. And the moment the car before me escaped into the front of the container truck by my side, I almost rammed into a quicker driver, fully loaded with bus, doing one way to the park. He could have just gotten on Old Ojo Road and got to the park. They are already working on Old Ojo Road, but na lie. Every morning, the Okadas face you heads on. So sometime last year, a BRT was killed an Okada rider. I was sitting on this chair on the show, and my neighbors were dropping it and saying, BRT, don't kill him. But the BRT was on his right lane, and the Okada rider, for whatever reason, at that time, the same time I drive, was on a one-way on the BRT lane. Hi. This is an accident. My father always says accidents happen because you don't prepare. Accidents, people say it's an accident. There's also blame on an accident in safety, health, and all of that because he was a firefighter. And you see these things happening all the time. This morning, if I ramped into that keke driver, I won't be able to get to work. Yes, yeah. I don't keep person and you go here. Yes, sir. But he was on a full one-way and it was still dark. We were just using our car lights to drive. The accidents are always happening and they're avoidable. The roads now, yes, they are longer. If I have to turn and I miss the trade fair turning, I have to go all the way to Yanoba to turn. But I do the drive. I want to reach house. I don't want to be carried home. I want to get home as I walk with my legs. So you go there, a bit of traffic, you turn, it's easy, free, everywhere it's easy now.
Let me show the clip.
I have no business doing one way.
You can see it on screen.
Put him there, then your father come and arrest you. I'm a soldier, Augusta. That's even the more reason. That's even the more reason I'm going to lock you up. That's even the more reason. They're telling me you're a soldier. That's even the more reason. I'm going to lock you up. Get out of there. Get in down there. Very sorry, sir. Useless boy, I'm telling me you're a soldier. Just take 4 of them. Yeah, lock him up.
Mariam, the guy was talking back to the governor.
I mean,
I'm a soldier.
Very annoying. See how they have turned our governor into a, what do you call it? Road transport. No, road transport. And then he now said, I'm a soldier. So the governor should stop and say, Shansa, soldier is here. Let everybody stop and greet the soldier. Although I don't think that boy is a soldier. With that, his haircut and the way he was talking at the governor, I think he's a soldier of streets, of the streets. Look at his shorts and his slippers. Is that how soldiers carry themselves? So, I'm happy that this happened and was recorded. We saw the governor apprehend these people. But there's something he said in the introduction that it's not just the bikes. we also see when government officials do it. And I wish it was when the government officials were doing it. And I would like to see how the governor would have handled that. Because for me, sometimes they're even the worst offenders when it comes to things like that. When there's traffic and everyone is trying to follow the lane, it's the government officials in their big cars with their convoy that go against traffic. You know, so I hope this is like a lesson so that they don't have to be caught on camera as well. And there's no, and we call the governor. Because the governor told this one, say, if you like, call your father. Nobody will say, you cannot call any governor in this case. We're here. So going forward, you know, let's realize that this is about Nigerians. We're the cause of all these our issues. You know, we're the ones that, when they give a directive, the people who are on the streets, not following directives, are Nigerians. We cannot keep blaming governor for everything.
Yeah.
So first of all, I went to read comments, and some people were saying, so our governor can be this tough. During the election, he was so soft-spoken, and now his voice can be this
So Olu has never been soft-spoken.
No, hold on now, hold on. It was word on the streets, comments. People will always see.
Remember when they were saying,
when
and I land my point, sisters.
No. Teddy Bear, somebody was Teddy Bear. Somebody was Teddy Bear. He was not Teddy Bear. He was more like a... He had the calmer.
He was calm. He had a strong voice, but he spoke softly.
Yeah.
And that's what people highlighted. So our governor can be this tough. And I'm like, yes, that's a leader. There's a time to be soft-spoken. And there's a time to toughen your voice, right? And I saw that happen. And I'm glad that he was there to find it. And I like the fact that Mariam mentioned that the real officials, the officials of government who are supposed to be keeping these laws, most of the time are the ones who, you know, offend the most. And so they should be brought to book as well. And I don't know how, probably cameras, because I know there are some parts of Lagos, Ikoyi, where if you do anyhow, camera will do bang, bang.
Alausa here.
Yeah.
You've got me twice on Alausa.
Yes. Is it that they off the camera when the government officials are going through? Because they should get some of those clicks too, and
they get
then
it on their SMS. They don't allow them.
They
you
pay
do
quietly.
it on that side.
Yes.
But we need to make examples.
My driver was caught twice and they got the camera. So, but you see, somebody said something. You see, Nigerians are very hard to govern. When you don't do the roads, it's a bit safer because you're bumping. You're not even going to go on one way. You can actually, you know, maneuver yourself. But when you now fix the road is smooth, then accidents happen. Like you can't even win in Nigerians. So we want better roads. They fix the road, and yet you're still going on one way. You think that one way happens when, the good road, the bad road is blocked or something. So we really, as Nigerians, that's why I always keep saying that. For government to work, for Nigeria to move forward, the citizens must say, I am ready to make this country work. It's one thing to fix the road. It's one thing to demarcate a place for... One second. It's one thing to have a demarcation for BRT. One second to have curbs. And it's another thing to overcome those things and destroy them.
So Badagry Expressway has a long road or the system all the way to Cotonou in the middle lane.
Yeah.
Some of them are not done. So the Alaba ramp out of the middle lane is not open. You have people then finding ways. How do I get there? Sometimes you miss your lane from Orile and you enter that middle lane and you're supposed to be going to maybe Satellite Town. You have to turn at Okoko or get to Yanoba. Your exit is all the way, except you know that the Alakija one is open. So a lot of things like that need science. And then when the roads were under construction, it was the norm to see one way. I would sit in traffic on Odojo Road, and the only alternative is to do a one-way from Ilekpo bus stop on the expressway, that's by the NNPC station, all the way to Abule-Osun when I need to, that's the exit into my house. And I would just be sitting in that traffic because I don't want to do that one way. I remember engaging the previous last mile GM that, what is going to happen here? I spent 8 hours with my kids. I just picked my kids from school and I sat in traffic.
That neighborhood is used to taking
So it was a mad place. It was madness. And the unreasonable thing sometimes turned out to be reasonable. People will go to the trade fair, do one way, come down, drive mad.
Because
and the tanker drivers, blocking the road. So
how do we fix that?
That sanity must be put in place. And the government must, so that people can then depend that the system would work normally. You wouldn't have to go. If a tanker driver were to park, insist that they can't be doing their parking. They must, even if they must, provide roads for people to use. The terminals, all the bonded terminals on Odojo Road cannot just lock people down. The government usually are not there. It's you and the agberos and the tanker driver, terminal operators, and whatever they leave you to do. Sometimes we drive like mad. The former SA on works, I will call her, I will be shouting, when are we going to get out of this? Because I see one way, but I want the reasonable. So I will sit there. Hours. So people have been doing that one way and getting away with it. They don't rely on the system. They don't trust it to work. Right now, they have no business. I can attest to it that they have no business doing that. The roads are so free. Yeah. It's 46 minutes from my house.
Exactly. Talking about no business doing that, over the Christmas, I had to go to my in-laws who live at Beachland Estate in Apapa. And we got to a certain point and the usual route was blocked. And there were no signs to tell us where to go next. There was tankers parked on the road, so you would not know. And there were no traffic personnel on the road to tell us where to go. So we had these boys on the motorcyclists. They were the ones that told us the only way out of here or to get to where you're going is one way. And we had to take it. So we took that, we got there. Then when we were coming back, everyone was quite dark. Because everyone was taking one way, it was such a scary journey. I'm thinking with my children in the back, it's so dark, there are no lights, of course, so it's just that bright light comes right into your face. And so it's quite a dangerous situation. But we also need to, I highlighted this story because we also need to realize that it's a two-way thing. Yes. The government too needs to do a proper job. You've created a diversion. You need to put the proper signs in place. Absolutely. Not everyone lives in that area. People are going to come from afar and will not know how to navigate areas like that. If you can't put the signs, make sure that you station people that can give people the right directions so that people are not endangering their lives trying to, navigate areas like that.
Do we also know that the majority of Nigerians cannot read signs?
Road traffic signs.
They don't know what it means, right? And so we also need to begin to understand the signs. Normally, you're supposed to do that when you go for your driving lessons and to renew your driving. And you know how these renewals happen. Nobody's testing you like that. But we're supposed to begin to inform people on the signs because now we want to add strict measures to people who would not comply, right? But they need to know the signs. Even children should understand what this one means and what that one means because they see it and they move on. While I was in Texas last year, there's this estate where when you drive in, there's this stop sign on the right. And then they didn't have to put, we normally put those road blockers. What do they call them?
Traffic bumps.
Bumps, speed bumps. Speed bumps to slow us down, especially when you're in certain streets or estates and all of that. They didn't have to put that, but there's just one sign. Bekele there, stop. And for every time I pass there, whether I was in a taxi or my sister was driving me, once we get there, she stops or the taxi stops. And I'm wondering, if they put this sign like this without the speed bumps, nobody will stop in Nigeria because we don't pay attention to signs. We don't see the signs. We don't pay attention to our environment. We don't know how to read the signs.
Come the next day and the speed bump has been
They've removed it. And even when it's there, they will not pay attention. Nobody would stop. So we as Nigerians also need to educate ourselves. While the government is doing what they can to ensure that everybody can identify. If you are going to be driving in Lagos, you must know the meaning of certain signs so that you can obey the signs. And then they put the signs there and put people to help for direction.
All right, let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll take some tweets. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing the incident that happened with the governor, and I'm going to open our phone lines to call, get Nigerians to call us 081-0764-1679, 090-241-63440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Entertainment. Please use hashtag YourView on TVC. Any comments so far on?
No comment, but I wanted to say that...
So, 1 second, I was told that there's another video, the continuation of the one when they accosted the bikes. I think he was talking to a passenger in this one. Let's watch this one.
You people that want company, when you have to arrest for this, come on the passenger, I'll put it that good. Then you know. Madam, they're glad they can be there. You're going to Okada, and they're taking you one way. And you put it on Facebook, on a road that I've done. Is it good? And they will not hit you, you go and fall and you die. They'll say government killed you. What a shame. And we're all praying that you have a better country. Post it and tell people, this is what the kind of thing that you see. In 20 minutes, I'm sure they will still carry another person.
He's mad.
He wasn't having it.
Nigerians all frustrated.
Yeah,
so you too, as neat as you are, you patronize bikes. Even me, as I'm sitting here, I'm feeling guilty. Because I've done it a few times.
We all do. I mean, most Nigerians do. But see, it's important for us to see things like this as a reflect on it. Because all of us are guilty somehow.
Yes.
Yes, they didn't catch us today. but it could be us tomorrow.
For dirty.
People, for one reason or the other, we take one way, for one reason or the other. So we need to understand that, listen, one person cannot be trying to fix, and we're trying to take advantage.
This fella's philosophy about how leadership must trickle down. And Miriam just mentioned it now. So within the military, you will see the soldier when they're going to work in their staff bus. We always go together. They are going probably to the other barracks. And in the morning, they are going, well, they are always on the right way. Except there's an accident. They are the ones that usually help us know where to go. Whenever, and I'm behind them, I'll be happy people. If they're in front of that bus, they will kill you today. You know, and they will clear for us. But the senior officers from major level, you'll be in one car with your security something.
Details.
There's no traffic. I don't know how they do it. They will start from Ojo Barracks. They will not enter Festaco at Alakija. They are going all the way to Mile 2. And all of us, we have to stop. And I'll be like, where's the ambulance? Where's the security? Where's the emergency? That the officer, just because you are either an officer of the army, officer of the navy from the navy barracks at Alakija as well, they will just face it straight to Mile 2. Before they exit.
And
imagine the distance.
Move away fast enough. They
want
to harass you.
They hold something like this. So all of us will just, I don't even bother again. I will just park. Since they are in life of Commissioner Osheni, I used to just park, even if it's the banks. And I will
so we're all culpable
so
somehow.
we need to start from really, from the top.
Yeah.
That guy is not even a soldier. A normal soldier, when he sees the governor, would salute, he would respect
not
himself.
even say that.
That one is one area, but maybe a barracks boy.
That
We
boy
usually call
is on
them.
drugs.
I went to school with them. So they are just one of them.
Look at his slipper.
But a proper soldier would know that he's in trouble because they know within their ranking and all of that is serious. But they are the ones who establish this.
So when we say from the top, I think that also means all the various agencies of government must play, because it's one thing to say, for example, now the federal government is saying, oh, renewed hope. President wants to say renewed. Legislature, we don't know how if they are renewed. If they are renewing or not. Judiciary, we don't know if they are renewed. Police, DSS, Nigerians, we don't know if they are renewed. So one person is then screaming renewed hope. And then we say, make I steal my own first before you renew anything. But the point is that we all must align with the vision. If the government is here fixing roads, and you are now using the road to take one way, it's a problem. So, as I said, it's motorcycle we've cut today. But Nigeria's big jeeps pass one way too.
Yeah, so
there was a journalist that happened recently.
I also like that the heads would have to do a meeting. You know, sometimes when people are not used to certain laws, you need to keep reminding them of these laws, right? Everybody you can't just tell somebody to do something and then move on. No, we're not, I'm not saying babysit. I'm talking about the non-Nigerians. I'm talking about the leaders now that are culpable in most of these things. They should have a meeting where the governor or the president still insists that this is what we are going to be held accountable for our behavior. And I will hold you accountable for your behavior. If you are caught by mistake, I am dismissing you. So that we don't have pockets of agencies feeling, after all, I'm a major, after all, I'm in a big position, we'll always find a way to sort ourselves. You hold that meeting and reminded, I'm going to be all out for Nigerians and I'm going to be all out for you because they are supposed to be looking at you, you are supposed to be modeling for them. So that if tomorrow the governor catches maybe somebody with like a commissioner or, you know, a minister or so, and they are, you know, shamed publicly and they are punished, maybe suspended or dismissed, every other person will know that we're not playing now. These laws need to be enforced. We cannot just be tough on Nigerians and then, you know, use a very soft hand for the leaders who are supposed to be modeling for Nigerians. So it's not a general Nigerian matter now, for the leaders.
I would like to know where these people were taken to.
Okay, one second. Yakub is holding for a minute. Yakub, Dr. Mo, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Morayo, it is very, very good for Lagosians that we have action governors. We have action governors. Because watching this, I think that was annoyed and mad at that guy. Truly, that guy is not a military. He was just trying to use that word to escape, but he can't escape that because government mentioned that people not, or even though it was court and then prosecuted before it's supposed to be. But Morayo, do you know what? The government will be able to say this. Why? Why? Because the road is filled. Because the road is filled. And then I'm very sure my Governor Sanwo Olu can never say the same thing when we are talking about Lagos-Badagry Expressway, you know why? From Nigeria down to E4, you don't pass the right way. You have to take one way from Ahmadiyya down to E4. And then Morayo has been witness almost 3 or 4 times. But people took the one way from Ahmadiyya down to E4 sometimes.
I can't hear you, Jacob. It's really unclear. Sorry about that. But you see, I think somebody said it earlier about detours or some clear signages. It was very clear.
Yeah.
Yes, even though you might not understand the languages, there's some certain places you go to. Once you see there are signs. The sign is to help and direct you. So government should also ensure that these signs are very visible.
It's about effectiveness. So sometimes the roads are supposed to be free and clear. An accident happens suddenly and backs up a lot of traffic. And then you don't see an official to come in immediately and help people know where to go. People will sit there, robberies will happen, nothing will happen. So when you're resolving to self-help, of course, you go find your way, and you can't then be caught and arrested for finding your way. So one time, an accident had happened at Alakija, we were all on traffic, and when we started to back up, last time I was catching us, I just took a video and said, in fact, one that happened at Costain, I took a picture of the Federal Road Safety guys in front, catching cars and checking, while the accident was backing up from Costain all the way to Igomu. And immediately I called the Federal Road Safety guy. He asked them, why are you not helping people organize traffic? And they were like, hey, we didn't know. But you had passed us in that traffic and left us there, sitting helpless. So government officials must, do their work.
I was going to talk earlier about what happens to the offenders that have been arrested. I just hope it's not just to lock them up, and then after a few days, let them go. Someone had told me that in Dubai, they catch you, and some other countries, when they catch you, traffic offense, they will take you for psych evaluation. Yes. We need to ask you a question. Why would you take a one-way when you can see that you could have taken where the road is clear? Are you okay? Is your brain working well? Do you need help? And then put them to community service. Orange suits, lemon green, bright. Put them on the road. Let them, that work that they gave our governor to be doing, to be directing traffic, they should put them there to direct traffic. Let them spend hours under the sun and rain. Let them understand what it means.
Exactly,
because, I say this because, you were talking about what to do with when we arrest bigger people, bigger personalities. But also we need to have something in place to show that when you commit a traffic offense, it's not enough to just drop the 5,000, the 10,000 naira fine, because it's easy to pay that. Yeah. But when you are made to work and pay for it in that way,
imagine you will not sweeping
in bright lemon suits. And then every day you'll be on social media.
Offender.
Yes, traffic offender.
Yes, public offender. I'm telling you.
But if you talk about that psychological test, I would Nigerians go plenty for class.
Governor Sanwo Olu should take it further. Let's have nice yellow, bright.
Yes.
Just like Mariam has been saying this for some time.
Let's be sweeping.
Bright orange suit for them. Put on it a big bag. Where public offender right there. So anytime anybody you find, let them wear it on and sweep for like a week or so. And we'll take pictures, put on social media.
Yes.
That will go.
All those are
an example.
canal.
The leaders, yes.
You start from the top.
Okay.
Well, not true now.
Let's go on a break. I think that's all we can take. But we just wish the governor the best. I mean, we just hope Nigerians can also align. This is one thing to do things as government, because governments are human beings like us. They're only going to do the best they can do. However, I'm told the commissioner is probably on the phone, like, just to give us an update. Good morning, sir. Are you there? Okay, maybe we'll go on a short break. When I come back, I'll see if I can get the commissioner. Just give us an update on the arrests that were made. Stay with us. We'll be right back.